Topic is reading and analysis of maps. We already learned in the earlier classes what is map and what is globe, right? So map is nothing, it is look like a flat which will show for us all the different types of features for us. For example, we have different types of maps. What type of maps are there? We have political map, physical map, population map, and next those who speak different type of languages. As per that one, we can find different all the different types of maps we can find. It shows different types of the minerals, crops, industrial areas. We can show all this. A map, unlike a photo, it does not show for the real feature for us. But if you want to see in the real photograph, these all will be not visible for us. That's why the geographicals, as per they has prepared different types of the maps. Political map means it show for us states, countries, borders, districts, all will show for us. Physical map, it show for us mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, lakes, these all we can find. Population map, for example, UP is the largest populous state in our country, like that China is the largest country in populace in the world wise we can find it. In this one we can find is all the here. And languages, religious purpose we can find. Otherwise, minerals, where we can find more gold mines, where we can find more diamond mines, where we can find the silver mine. These all on the base of minerals we can find. Crops, which area will grow more and more paddy, which area will grow more and more wheat zone areas. We can find different types of the maps we can read with the help of this one. So here, in early, as in our country, prehistoric painting. Here we can find at Johora in Madhya Pradesh. What it is show? It show for us land, water, sky. The speculating was started on the cosmos. The speculating started on the cosmos, means the study about the universe, like that. So here in the prehistoric painting we can find at Johora in Madhya Pradesh, the first in the part of, and here the depicts different types of all the pilgrimage centers also. It depicts what? On the all pilgrimage center which are very important. Like this, the prehistoric painting we can find in our country with the help of longitudes and latitudes. With the help of longitudes and latitudes. The Aryabhatta, I think all of you know the person name Aryabhatta. With the help of longitudes and latitudes, he prepared the map in the 5th century only. But not exactly accurately. So he used like this. And later on, who ruled our country? Mughal people, like Babur is the founder of was the founder of Mughal dynasty. In the Mughal period, with the help of Sadiq Isfahani, whose period? In the Mughal period, prepared maps with the Central Asian and the map which are there to be find an atlas. They tried with the help of this one. And later on, the Britishers came to our country in the year of 1600 December 31st for the trade purpose. Slowly they also, with the upgrade of, they have done so many maps in our country, prepared also. We will discuss later. In the world wise, the first, if you take an example, who prepared the maps means we can go with the name of them Sumarians, whom we can call them as a Sumerians, we can call them. Present we can call it is as a Iraq. Present is called what? Iraq we can find. Sumerians. 4,000 years ago they prepared the map. 4,000 years ago they prepared the maps for us. So here they have a large tract of the land. That is getting for them spending more and more for the temples. They are getting more and more income source from the land. So they have keeping the records of all the lands. So how? Through the maps only. Through the maps they keep all the records of the land. Why? Because they are getting more and more income from the with the help of large tracts. They are helping for the what? For the temple purpose. They use a lot of land. Who? The Sumerians. Later on, Babylonians. Next, who came here? Babylonians. 2600 years ago. They also prepared the map. Present now it is called what? Iraq we can call. It is also what? Present Iraq only. Here these Babylonians also prepared the map. They prepared the map with a circle in the shape. This circle shape represent for us city. Again they have inner circle. Again they have inner circle. These represent for them as a village, rivers, houses, like small in the triangle shape like this we can find. So here, like this, Sumerians prepared the earlier in the 4,000 years ago the map, which was prepared the large tracts of the land for the temple purpose. They are getting more and more income in that with the land only. So to keep the records purpose, they prepared the maps. And here the Babylonians, how they prepared? In the 2600 years ago, they prepared the maps. They prepared the what? Circle as a map. The first circle belongs to the what? Cities. Inner circle belongs to what? As a village, rivers, and some part of houses. Inside they have one bitter river also. Bitter river inside the circle. They have the bitter river also. Coming to our Puranics, as per the Vedas also, we have Dvipas. 7 Dvipas are covered by the 7 seas. As per the Indian historical Mahabharata, they have what? 7 Dvipas which surrounded by the 7 seas we can find. Like Jambu Dvipa, Pulaska Dvipa, Puska Dvipa, Samaila Dvipa. These all the Dvipas are there covered by the 7 seas we can find. That also as per the Puranic history we can find. After the Babylonians we can find next Greeks. Greek people. Who are there next? First Sumerians over. Next Babylonians over. Present name is called what? Iraq only. Now Greeks. Here coming to the Greeks, who are there? Anaximander, Hecasius, Herodotus. Father of history we can call him. Who? Herodotus. Father of history. Here Anaximander, Hecasius, he belongs to what? Miletus. Miletus. Present place is called what? Turkey. Which one? Hecasius. The person belongs to Miletus. Present is called what? Turkey. They also prepare the maps, Greeks. So with the help of how? The longitudes and the latitudes. Here when they want preparing the maps, they have kept only the one thing which we can find belongs to their own country should be in the central place. And when they prepare the maps here, actually if you take the map, north will be top, south will be bottom, east and west. But here when they prepare the map, south has become a top, north has become a bottom, as well as east and west. So they prepare east and west, north, south, all the maps, but it has up and downs. We can find the maps here. That is the one we can find the here difficulties and differences. As soon as possible, most of the Greeks here, they prepare the maps and they came to each and every place, and they find to reach our countries also, to the Indian coast as well as to along the other countries also. Here when they find here, there were depictions they are prepared while going on the ways. What are the observation by them? Mountains, where are there? Plains, which are there? Have put all the symbolisms with the convention symbols, and they prepare the maps like this Greeks. This became to next people who are there to be very beneficial to preparing the maps. Next, after the Greeks, we can discuss about the Romans. Romans means the Italy people we can find. Italy people. Romans. Romans also prepare as like Greeks only, and they want to conquer the entire world. Conquer the entire world. So when they want to conquer the world, they want to know the entire world first. So with the help of these maps only, they have done trade with the other countries slowly. They have done trade with the Indians and settled with the Indians also. We can find the most of the Roman coins in our country with Indian people who made in the previous with Indian kings. They have done trades like this. With the help of Greeks, they also advanced. We know all of you the Greek leader, very famous person, Alexander. 2300 years ago he came to our country, India. When he came to our country, 2300 300 years ago he came to our country. He want to conquer the entire world. He want to conquer the entire world. So at that time, how it was happen, and most of the world they use the maps. What is the use of maps? And later on, how they want to attack on the countries, how they mingle with the people, with the local people, who are mingle with them, they are doing trade and commerce. Who are not came under their control, they are occupying, they are conquering the place, came under the place, and they have done trade with our local countries. Next, after this one, one of the with the Greeks, they have taken very exactly with the help of longitudes and latitudes. With the help of longitudes and latitudes, how does the meridian will come? Most of the all the places will get at one time only noon. So like that, connectivity of the places of all the places at what time? At 12 noon. All the lines which come together, it is called what? As a meridians. We already discussed in the previous class. Meridians means whichever all the lines will become from north to south. Connectivity at one place at 12 noon. So like this we can find it. So here, these all with the help of the meridians and with the help of latitudes, they fix the place, and they have found grid also. They found the what? Grid. This 4 square is there, na? It is called what? Grid. To all the what? Which longitude and latitude intersect in one place is called what? Grid. With the help of, they can find the time, and with the help of this latitude they can find the place. It is not an easy task to find this one. It took more than 2000 years. Took more than 2000 years to find this position, to find the exactly location for the place and time. And later on, one more important personality, Ptolemy. I think we already discussed in the previous class. Ptolemy, very important personality, famous person. He proposed a Ptolemy. He proposed a geocentric theory. Geocentric theory is nothing but Earth is the center figure for the whole solar system, he said. Like Mercury, Venus, right? These all are in the rotation, revolution side, he said. The Earth was the center figure of the solar system, he proposed to the Ptolemy. So he also prepared the earlier maps to the Ptolemy. And his books, he wrote so many books that his books has become so much reference for the Arab people. To whom? For the Arab people. Like that, Ptolemy also prepared some maps earlier, like world maps, and he wrote so many books also. Along with these books, he has so many people has taken as references. Like that, Arabs. Who are they? Arabs. In the Arab, one famous person, Al-Idrisi. Al-Idrisi, in 1154, he prepared a map for his king. Later on, with the descriptions of all the things what happened, people has prepared so many maps. Along with the Ptolemies, they have redesigned and recapturing all the descriptions about his books and rearranged, and they have got the new books later on. Again, after this one, Europeans also showed very interest to prepare the maps, enter the world wise, like Britishers and Europeans, all the people came to prepare the maps. Last, we can find the Europeans has having a very good with religious impact in the European continent. Religious impact means here what happened, the Bible has played here major key role. As per this one also, they prepared 3 continents in the map. What they prepared? 3 continents of the map. One is Africa, next Europe, and next Asia, which is the largest continent in the world. And here why they had to means the birth of Jesus Christ, the Jerusalem is the one of the most important. So here for this they have prepared that one. Whoever preparing the map, their country is in the middle of the part and remaining all the north and south, east, west. For example, Babylon prepared the map, their country has kept in the middle of the Iraq present, which you can take. and Sumerians also prepared the map. That country was under the center of the map and remaining all other segregating. Some people made the African continent, Asian continent, European continent, but they don't know about the some interior parts. They have designed very well about the North African part, but they have forgotten. They don't know much interior parts of the African areas. Interior parts means inside the African continent and South Africa also, like that. And European some area they don't know, and Asian part they know very well about this one because they have showed interest to prepare this one. It is the birthplace of Jesus Christ. Which one? The Jerusalem we can find. So like this, Ptolemy, Arabs, and who was the main person? Al-Idris prepared a map in the year of 1154 for his king purpose. Regarding all as per the Bible also, it's very played a key role here. As per the Bible here, what happened? The world map has prepared on the 3 continents: Africa, Europe, Asia. Greek also prepared world map, which 3 continents only they show. What? One is Africa, Libya was the country that show very clearly, and Europe and Asia. So Greek, when they prepared the map, they have shown the 3 continents. As per the Bible, they prepared the 3 continents are there, and most of the important persons show that one like this only, entire the world. So once we will see first onwards. First maps as per the prehistoric and our country, which has depicted the painting at Jawara in Madhya Pradesh state. So what we can find as per the Puranics in our country, as Mahabharata, they have shown the 7 Dvipas are there. 7 Dvipas were surrounded by the 7 seas. 7 Dvipas are surrounded by the 7 seas, like Jambu Dvipa, and we can find the Bharatakanda and Puska Dvipa, Samaila Dvipa, Pulaska Dvipa. These are Dvipas are there. These are as per the Mahabharata and Puranics. In the earlier part, Aryabhatta also prepared the map with the help of longitudes and latitudes. In which century? In the 5th century. Later on, the Sumerians prepared the first map in the year earlier 4,000 years ago. How many years back? 4,000 years ago they prepared the map for us. And when they prepared the maps, they have used the large tracts of the land for the temple purpose. When they are getting more and more income from the large tract of lands, they need to keep the recordings of all the money. That is the what they have prepared the map Sumerian. When year? 4,000 years ago. Later on, Babylonians. These people also prepared the map 2,600 years ago. The map prepared by the Babylonians. When they prepared the map, they have prepared the circle wise. One circle is the what shows the cities. Again, inside the what inner circle is there, which show for us villages, rivers, houses. Inside again they having 7 triangles which show the 7 seas and rivers. These are all the part by the Babylonians. Present place is called what? Turkey. Next, Greeks. Anaximander, Hecasius, and next Miletus place. Present we can call it is a Turkey. And last, Herodotus. He is the father of history, we can call them. They also prepared the map from east to west and north to south like this. With the help of longitudes and latitudes, they prepared the map for entering the world. After the Greeks here, who came here? The Romans. They want to conquering the entire world. They show much interest to show and see the other places of the land across the world. And as the Greeks, they also followed. Along with them, we can find one more personality in the Greek, Alexander. 2,300 years ago, when 2,300 years ago, he came to most of the world, and he came to India also to conquer the place. But finally, what happened? With the help of this one, we know how they are using these all things. With the help of longitudes and latitudes, they prepare the maps. How all the places will be connecting to the at meridians, the noon of the place, and with the help of longitude, latitude, where will be they intersect? That is called what? Grid. With the help of them, they prepare the maps for the Greeks. Later on here, the Ptolemy, which we can find, he proposed the geocentric theory. As per this geocentric theory, what he said? The earth was the center figure of the solar system, we could find. And he wrote so many books, and he also prepared the maps of the world earlier. As for his records and books, it helped a lot of other Arabs to redesigning the maps, recapturing the maps, to rename these all things. Later on, one of the famous person, the Ptolemy books has helped to the whom? Al-Adrisi. In the 1154, he prepared the what? Map for his king. The Arab scholars has prepared the map. And to prepare the map worlds accurately with the help of longitude and latitude, it took more than 2,000 years. How many years? Exactly, it took really 2000 years for the Greek people. Next, as per the Bible, here they also showed the what? 3 continents: Asia, Africa and Europe, and they have showed very much about the North Africa. They don't know about the interior parts of Africa and South Africa, and showed the Europe. Asia here what? It is a place of holy place for the people who, for the Christians, the Jerusalem is the what? Place of birth who? Jesus Christ. So like this they have shown this Bible. It has what? More and more impact on the people, what? Religious impact was the
Welcome to the chapter Reading and Analysis of Maps.
This slide presents the overview of the chapter.
Now, let us look at the evolution of maps. Maps by Sumarians. Maps by Babylonians. Maps by Hecataeus. Ptolemy World Map. Al-Idrisi World Map. World Map according to Chinese. World Map according to the Bible. Click each tab to know more. Maps by Sumerians. Sumerians are the ones who brought the first human civilization to the world's history. Some of the earliest maps made by Sumerians about 4,000 years ago were imprinted on clay tablets. Their main intention in using maps was to store the records of the income obtained from the lands. Maps by Babylonians. Babylonian present-day Iraq people made some of the earliest world maps. Around 2,600 years ago, the Babylonian people assumed the shape of the world to be a round disk and thus created maps as a round disk with the inner circle of map showing all the cities, mountains, villages, rivers, ocean of their places. The city of Babylon was shown in the middle. Beyond the inner circle was Bitter River or saltwater ocean, in which were 7 triangular islands. Maps by Hecataeus. Around the same time, Greek geographers named Anaximander, Hecataeus of Miletus, now in Turkey, and Herodotus also prepared world maps by arranging places from east to west and north to south. Their ideas were similar to the Babylonians, who believed that the earth was a round disk surrounded by ocean river. They traveled widely and noted down the details of the land, people, and their histories, etc. Based on the details, they prepared maps and placed Greece in the middle of the map. They even divided world into 3 main continents. They are Europe, Libya, and Asia. The Greeks and the Romans were very much interested in making maps since they wanted to conquer the whole world and also wanted to carry out trade relationships with other places. For example, Alexander, who was a Greek king, wanted to conquer the whole world, came to India about 2,300 years ago. These maps were very useful to him. The Greeks tried to make maps more accurately through the use of latitudes and longitudes. The process of preparing latitude and longitude lines took almost 2,000 years to draw the correct lines. Ptolemy World Map. One of the famous Greek scholars named Claudius Ptolemy contributed a lot to the analysis and design of maps in the ancient time. He prepared accurate world maps using latitudes and longitudes. World maps prepared by Ptolemy and other Greek geographers gave clear information about Europe and other neighboring countries. They also placed Greece or Rome in the central position of the map. Al-Idrisi World Map. Al-Idrisi is the name of a famous Arab map maker who prepared a world map for his king in 1154. On his map, the legends were written in Arabic. His map showed the Eurasian continent completely with some parts of the African continent. World map according to Chinese. Just like Al-Idrisi, the Chinese geographers also started preparing maps for their emperors. In the Chinese map, China is placed at the center, Europe with a compressed edge and halfway round the globe, and mapping of Africa was done with respect to Indian Ocean. World map according to the Bible. The first world map which was made according to Bible is shown on the screen. The map divides the land into 3 continents, namely Asia, Europe and Africa, which are surrounded by oceans. Asia was placed at the top as it is considered the largest and the most important continent among others, because it had Jerusalem, the birthplace of Jesus Christ. Moreover, Europe and Africa were shown in smaller sizes at the bottom. Maps down the ages. Thus, around 1480s, the Europeans observed that the Ptolemy's books provided accurate location of places. 15th century is the time when discovery, exploration, and importance of maps increased to a great extent. This helped to prove that the earth was not a flat disk but a sphere like a ball. Mercator projection. In the 16th century, Gerardus Mercator, 1512 to 1594, known as the father of Dutch cartography, carried out proper work on maps. His projection on maps is called Mercator projection. The maps which we use today are based on this projection. We all know that the world is like a ball, and when we draw it on a paper, only the flat surface will be shown. Such representation causes distortions in the shape of continents and distances. Therefore, for the correct directions and shapes of continents, Mercator shaped a method but with distortion of sizes and directions. This method came to be known as Mercator projection. Now, let us look at the topic map making at the time of colonization. When the European power made Asia, Australia, North and South America as their colonies, they sent map makers to those places to know properly about the climate, crops, people, resources, etc. Slowly, they explored the world and prepared various maps and obtained useful information which helped the colonial powers in establishing